Latin America is growing weary of Donald Trump's America First policy, and China is filling the void. Hello, I'm Anand Naidu, and this is The Heat. Since 2000, the OECD says Chinese trade with Latin America has multiplied more than 20 times, and it's about to multiply even more. While the US remains Latin America's biggest trading partner, Trump's protectionist views are giving China a chance to become an even bigger player in the region, as CGTN's Paulo Cabral explains.
3 years ago, a group of Chinese mining companies, led by state-owned China Minmetals Corporation, acquired the Las Bambas copper mine in Peru for about $7 billion. In Ecuador, Chinese contractors with Chinese funding built Coca-Cola Sinclair, the country's biggest hydropower plant. China's total investment in this project, more than $2 billion, large enough to warrant a personal visit from President Xi Jinping. He dedicated the plant with Ecuador's President Rafael Correa. In Brazil, the world's largest utility company, China's State Grid paid around $4.5 billion for a controlling stake in Brazil's largest private power company, CPFL. CPFL has more than 9 million customers in nearly 700 cities. These are just a few examples of the expanding Chinese holdings in Latin America. Citing data from China's Ministry of Commerce, the Brookings Institution reported that in 2014, China's total investment in Latin America and the Caribbean reached about $106 billion.
Chinese investment is good, but actually Latin America is shifting from dependence on European and North American investment to Chinese and Asian investment. So the path of dependency is not changing, but it's better to have, since we're in this development route, it's better to have than not to have the investment, the foreign investment.
The Chinese appear eager to invest in Latin America, and that interest is mutual. Over the long term, this could alter the region's geopolitics, as the United States has been Latin America's main political and economic partner for decades. This former Brazilian ambassador to the US sees no radical changes in the near term, but he says Washington has given China an opening to strengthen its interests and influence in the region.
In the last 20 or 30 years, the problems around the world are so huge that the interest in the administration in Washington in relation to Latin America has decreased. In relation to the region, as far as China is concerned, Trump is very good because Trump has even less interest in the region.
China is already filling this vacuum. President Xi said over the next decade he expects two-way trade between China and Latin America to reach $500 billion. Paulo Cabral, CGTN, São Paulo.